students. Morning everyone. This is Avnish Kumar Barnwal and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Kumar Avnish English Focus. In today's session we are about to study chapter number 1 and I have selected this chapter from First Flight book class 10th CBSE, and the chapter name is A Letter to God by FLUENTES. Students, this is chapter of prose. Before starting that what you have to study, I would like to request you, if you are watching my video first time, then don't forget to subscribe. It means do subscribe, and if you want to ask anything, put your question by comment. I'll try to reply. Students, in the period of lockdown, it means when the whole country is locked down, that's why we are having to study online. So students, watch all the videos and see to me on YouTube. So come to the point. This is a prose chapter, A Letter to God. A very wonderful chapter this is, because when let's talk something about the title, A Letter to God. Hey, we have heard in our classes by our parents, by our elders, a letter to the PM of India, a letter to the CM of Uttar Pradesh, a letter to my father, a letter to my mother, a letter to my friend, but never we have listened a letter to God. That's why this is very amazing title. A letter to God. It means someone is in the chapter who writes a letter, but not to his father, not to his mother, not to his any family member. He writes a letter but to God. Students, what you have to study to prepare this chapter 100% for better response in examination. I will tell you. Students, actually, Letter to God is a chapter in which the writer shows one thing. By this chapter, the writer wants to give us a message that the lost hope of anyone is the hope of God. Means when all the circumstances become against to us, then we go towards God. We turn towards God. Students, many times I have seen this, because I am also a social creature. That's why I live in a society, human society. That's why I find in my own locality, if a person is having a problem and the problem can't be solved by human beings, then he goes in the feet of God. Means God is lost hope for everyone. So have faith in God. So students, this chapter shows that everyone must have faith in God. Then we have talked about A Letter to God, the title, and now let me tell you about GL FLUENTES, about the author Actually, our author, our writer is a novelist. He is also a poet. That's why we are going to study GL Fluents chapter, A Letter to God. Students, now we will talk about summary. When you are going to study a prose chapter, you will have to remember 2-3 things, or 3-4 things that you have to study, and those are points, important points, as about the title, about the author, and summary, characters, and important question answers, and difficult words, the meaning of difficult words. Students, when you are going to start the chapter, you have to focus, you have to study title of the chapter. Why such type of title has been selected? And secondly, you have or you must know about the author, not very much but a little. And thirdly, you must know the summary of the chapter. And fourth, characters, how many characters are there. And after then, important question answers. Important question answers means it will be very helpful in the view of examination. And then difficult words, when you will be in flow to read and understand, you will get some hard words, then you will have to know the meaning of the tough words or hard words or difficult words. So students, about the author I have told. Now let me tell you about the characters. Actually, in this chapter, Lencho is major character. You can say it Lenko, not Lencho, Lenko. And the second one is postmaster. The postmaster name is not mentioned in the chapter. And I'll talk you about important question answers in the last of the video. So let me tell you about the summary. What happens in the chapter? The chapter starts from a family who lives on the crest, on a top of the hill. And the master, the head of the family, was Lenko. Lenko was living there with his wife and 3-4 children. And on the down part of the hill, there was a little possibility to grow crop. That's why Lenko had grown up some harvest there, and the harvest needed water. It was only source of Lenko and his family to live upon this earth whole year. There was no any other business that he could do. One day in the evening time, when mother was calling everyone, means Lenko's wife was calling everyone to have supper. Supper means last food taken by someone in the evening. It was being seen the possibility of raining. Lenko was very happy and he was sharing this happiness with his wife, and he was saying, "Darling, it seems that the rain will come today." Everyone feels happy, but at that moment, rain started, and hailstorm. In starting of the rain, they were feeling very happy. They were talking to themselves that these are not raindrops, these are gold coins for us. But in next moment, their hope had broken, because they felt that it was raining but heavily, and hailstones were also falling from the sky, and a strong wind started to blow. Means in such type of condition, in such type of what I say, atmosphere, his crop was totally destroyed. Now there was no option before Lenko that he could give to his family. That's why he was sleeping in night, he was taking rest, and he was thinking that what he could do for his family. Everyone would be die due to starvation. Then an idea came to his mind to write a letter to God, and he, being a very good farmer, he knew also how to write. That's why he got a paper and pen, and he started to write a letter. In letter, he mentioned each and everything, each and every problem, and he asked for, he demanded 100 pesos from God, and he put the letter in an envelope and he posted into post box. On the envelope he wrote to God. So students, when next day postmaster came and opened his office, a postman gave him the letter, which was very amazing, very surprising letter. In starting to see the letter, to see the address of the letter, postmaster laughed, but in next moment he became very sad and thoughtful. After 2-3 hours, he decided to fulfill Lenko's desire as much he could do. He talked to his employees, and he talked about sharing. He also gave a little part of his salary, and he asked for, he collected a little part from all his employees. By and large, he could collect 70 pesos only, and at last he sent the letter, the envelope with money to Lenko. Students, you know why he was doing as? Nowadays, is it possible? No, it's not possible. So students, he was thinking about the faith in God. Wow, what a man, and how much he has faith in God. And he was thinking that he himself a gift of God. That's why he did as. When the letter was found by Lenko, and he opened. He became very happy and he opened. But next moment, when he counted the money, he became very sad. He looked in complaining mode. Second time, he wrote a letter to God and he mentioned in the letter, "Oh God, I need 30 pesos more, but do not send or don't send by or through post office, because post office implies they are crook, they are thief. That's why, oh God, send the rest money, remaining money to me direct." This is the end of the chapter. So students, I would like to know that how did you feel to listen the summary of the chapter. For detailed study, line by line study is not possible through YouTube. When the class will run, it will be taught you line by line, but here you have to know only the summary of the chapter, that what about the chapter is and why it has been given to me. And now we will talk about important questions. Students, important questions are many questions are given, but in the view of examination, what was the postman's reaction to see the letter addressed to God? What did he do with the letter? What kind of man was the postmaster? How did he react on reading the letter? Students, third question, how did the postmaster answer Lencho's letter? How did he feel after answering? A question next, Lencho described the post office implies a bunch of crooks. Why did he call postmasters implies bunch of crook? And the last and very important question, what do you think about the faith in God whom Lencho was having? Are you in the favor of laughing to see the condition of Lencho, or you are also thoughtful to listen the story of Lencho? So these are the important questions and some important word meanings I have written here. You must see. And students, what the profit of this video? You will have to listen the summary first, then you will try to write the answer of the given questions in your textbook. So students, here the whole chapter is completed, is over, and I will see you in next video. That's why, thanks. Have a good day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.